Like I said, there's a bunch of stuff I wanted to talk to you about. The other big things, Ukraine, the war in Ukraine, and Friday, this Alaska summit. So we know now, that was the other big topic that came up for the president at his news conference when he was talking about D.C. today. We know now it's going to be Trump and Putin, right? No Zelensky. Here, I think we have a clip. If we do, let's play a clip of President Trump talking about Friday in Alaska, Putin, Zelensky, and everything else. Here he is earlier.
Ultimately, I'm going to put the two of them in a room. I'll be there or I won't be there, and I think it'll get solved.
But that won't be Friday. So he says he's going to start with Putin, and ultimately his goal is to get them together and get it solved. What do you make of the way this is all being set up?
It makes great drama. You know, it's very unconventional. When he tried this with Kim Jong-il in his previous term, didn't go anywhere. There were some love letters exchanged, but nothing really happened, which is really unfortunate because it really would have been great if we could have done something with North Korea then, but it wasn't staffed. In my view, it wasn't staffed properly. So when you put heads of state together, these are people with, you know, big egos and expectations and so forth, and they have a lot riding on the outcome. And so they don't just go into it. So they can't say, you want to talk about something, what do you got on your mind, and so forth, because people have expectations when they meet. And the risk here is that expectations will be out of control here. And it could actually set things back. I hope it doesn't. You know, the majority of the people in Ukraine do want an end to the war, obviously, but they don't want to give up their country. They don't want to surrender to Putin because they know what's going to happen if Russia comes into Ukraine. There'll be a bunch of people killed right away. There'll be children abducted. There'll be massive refugee outflows, and it'll be another province taken over by the Russian combination of the mafia and the intelligence agencies. And the people that remain in uniform, they'll be turned against NATO. So there's a lot riding on the outcome here. President Zelensky is well within his rights to say there'll be nothing decided without Ukraine being present, and also saying they're not going to give up any territory. And there's a military reason for this, Connell, because most of the territory that they've been pushed back to is their hard line of fortifications that they've developed over a period of the last 11 years since Russia first invaded. And to the west of that is mostly open farmland. So the rivers, the hills, the valleys where you set up defensive positions, that's where they're holding. You push them back, they're going to go back 100, 200, 300 miles and lose all that valuable farmland. So they don't want to do that, and it's very reasonable. So the president, when he gets right down to it, should understand this. He probably will. But this is the way he likes to move. This is his style. He doesn't want a bunch of people down there at staff level dickering back and forth. He thinks he's the problem solver. Okay. I hope he solves it.
Right. He says, oh, he could walk out still if, you know, if Putin doesn't come with a serious proposal. We'll see how it plays out in Alaska on Friday. Thank you, General Clark, as always, for joining us.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.